Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Let's talk about some things going on here in the States. Now, I will caution you, the next story I'm about to mention isn't the most hard-hitting news of the day, but I think it is interesting as a sign of the times and just a general view of American culture. The bong hit that cost a top NFL prospect $8 million. Now, basically, if you don't know, this is a young NFL recruit who had, smoked some bongs like Lord Vader. What movie was that? He's like, Luke, I am your stoner. That's what that guy looks like right there. Anyway, this is Laramie Tunsil. He's an NFL prospect. And basically, he admitted to smoking a bong some time ago. He said it was a dumb mistake. He wouldn't do it again. But right before the NFL draft, somebody posted a video. He said somebody hacked his account, put this video on his social media. Maybe the NFL saw it, maybe they didn't. And he dropped several notches in the draft because of that, or people speculate. He's supposed to be taken by the Baltimore Ravens as a number 6 pick for $20 million. He ended up going 13th to the Miami Dolphins for $12 million. Now, once again, I'm not crying for the guy. He's still making $12 million. But the point I'm trying to make with this is when we look at the sports stars, the celebrities, and Kardashians, whoever, I think American culture is so keen on coming down hard on these guys for doing things in their personal time. Case in point, if you guys recall Michael Phelps back in 2009, was it? After he won all these Olympic gold medals, they said he was Captain America. He's on Sports Illustrated and the Wheaties box, and he's got all these medals. And they want to come down hard on this guy because they saw him smoking some marijuana after the Olympics were over. First of all, he wasn't even smoking during the Olympics, thus is my understanding. And even if he was, marijuana is not a performance-enhancing drug as far as I'm aware. And it wasn't just Michael Phelps that they want to demonize. It was other guys like Ricky Williams, the NFL player, the pro wrestler Rob Van Dam, a bunch of guys who use marijuana in their own personal time. But the point I'm making is, like, a lot of the parents or the naysayers who want to come down hard on these athletes, they're addicted to Oxycontin. They go drunk drive after they leave the bar. This is a true story. Back when I used to work at the jail when I was in Oklahoma, there were two guys who were sitting right next to each other. I can't remember exactly what they were arrested for, but one guy had an alcohol-related offense, and the other guy had a drug-related offense. And the alcohol guy was sitting up there all, snobby and snooty, talking down to the guy who got arrested on the drug charge. Meanwhile, they're both sitting in the county jail. And it's just the mentality. The alcohol guy was like, my high is legal, so I'm better than you. And I think that's the mentality when we look at drug offenses here in the United States of America, especially when it goes to our celebrity. It's one of those things that, you need to pull the beam out of your own eye before you worry about the speck in someone else's. And this is the perfect lead-in. I wasn't even planning this. But now Bill Nye and the head of the Weather Channel, or should I say the founder of the Weather Channel, are now going at it over the film The Climate Hustle. Basically, the founder of the Weather Channel is saying that global warming, man-made global warming, is a hoax, it's a pseudoscience, and Bill Nye saying no, these climate change deniers need to be put in jail. So now they're going at it, and he's saying that Bill Nye, the founder, is saying that Bill Nye is a fake or pretend scientist in a bow tie. Now, I'm not a climatologist, I'm not a meteorologist or any ologist, but basically my opinion is this: every time I talk to somebody about global warming, let's say everything about global warming we hear is true, hook, line, and sinker. What is paying a private carbon tax to Al Gore going to do to stop the problem? Me being a single male who lives in a one-bedroom apartment and owns one vehicle, why should I have to pay a carbon tax when all these other people have way more money and putting out much more carbon than I do? That's just a basic argument I have to people. There's more than that I'd like to exchange with you, but I don't have the time for it. We're gonna move on now to our next article about an 11-year-old boy who shot a home intruder and said that he started to cry like a baby.
I told him I was gonna kill him all that with a gun if he didn't get out of my house. Like when he was coming downstairs and told me he was gonna kill me and F you, all that. I shot through a hamper that he was carrying, and it was a full metal jacket bullet. I went straight to the bag and hit him in his leg. Wow. And he started crying like a little baby. I hope you learned your lesson from coming to this house trying to steal stuff.
And finally, for tonight, before we go into more special reports, how to quit your job and travel for 2 years. Now, this is a good story. I think it's just about saving money. Regardless if you want to quit your job or you want to travel, they have some basic common sense things you can do in this article to save money, so hopefully you won't have to work as hard and will actually be able to take a vacation. Now stay tuned, because right after this break, we'll have more special reports. We'll have the crew out in California, and you can see all the crazy things that went on there for yourself.
Get Brain Force at 25% off for a limited time at InfowarsLife.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're gonna crash afterwards. And the cool thing about this is it's not just a bunch of energy compounds that are gonna fire your brain up to a higher RPM or whatever, which it does do. This is sustainable. This isn't going to spike and you're gonna collapse and you're gonna feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We're looking at the television screen for research purposes or whatever we're even doing, trying to learn something, or staring at the computer all day, working, doing good. You're still damaging your brain.
You will find Brain Force and other game-changing products at InfowarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
Get Brain Force at 25% off for a limited time at InfowarsLife.com. And we thank you for your support.